Hi, everybody. I'm Angela Hart. Do you know that a lot of seniors live in isolation these days, and a lot of seniors need a place to live? And so I have a guest who's come onto the show today. He's with an organization that helps match people who have a home with those who need one and whose personalities and living styles would work well together. His name is Jaimeson Champion, and he is a champion. He's a champion of the rights of seniors, and he helps a lot of people in our community. So I've invited him to come on to the TV show. I'm going to allow him to introduce himself to you. And what's really exciting about this is that the show is all about helping seniors. And this particular segment is about roommate service for seniors. Jaimeson, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Angela. I really appreciate it. Yes, so I'm Jaimeson Champion, and I am Assistant Director of Programs for New York Foundation for Senior Citizens. New York Foundation for Senior Citizens is a large nonprofit organization founded in 1968 and currently serving seniors in all 5 boroughs of New York City. Today, I want to talk about our home sharing program, as Angela mentioned. Our home sharing program is a free service that matches individuals in shared living arrangements in private homes and apartments throughout the city.
So, Jaimeson, how does the program work? How can someone who needs a place get matched up with an elderly person who has a room for them?
How the process works is individuals who have an extra available spare bedroom in their home or apartment contact our office, oftentimes for financial reasons or companionship reasons, or sometimes both, and say that they would like to be matched with a compatible roommate. Our social workers will go out to the applicant's home and do a comprehensive interview, and they will ask a lot of questions, 31 questions to be exact.
Such as what? What would the top 5 questions be?
Great question. The top 5 questions are all about living style and living preference, and we find that those things are matter the most in terms of ensuring compatibility and ensuring a good match and a good fit. So the top 5 questions could be something like, would you live with someone who smokes, or would you prefer a non-smoker? A big one is kitchen use. Would you prefer someone who will not use the kitchen late at night, or would you be open to that? Another big question is schedule. Daily schedule is really big in terms of, are you somebody that would like someone around more often, or would you like someone that is out of the home more often? So those are some of the big questions, but like I said, we go through 31 of them, and those are called our 31 variables.
Okay, so Jaimeson, tell us about, what about with pets? Does that become one of the questions?
Great question. Yes, absolutely. We ask about pets. One, if the person has a pet, or if they don't, if they'd be open to living with someone who does. And I'm glad you mentioned it, because we just recently matched 2 women up on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. One had a dog and one had a cat. Our first thought was, no way this could work. But as luck would have it, the dog and cat got along, perhaps just as well as the 2 women do. And now everyone's living together, cat, dog, and the roommates. Happily.
This is fantastic, and happily.
Yes.
So how much does this cost for seniors to join this program?
Is a completely free service. It is funded by the New York City Department for the Aging, the New York State Office for the Aging, as well as discretionary funds from local elected officials.
Viewers, who knew? Who knew that there is a free roommate service for seniors? And I think most of us in our community have relatives that are living alone, or who might need a change of pace to keep them company, and maybe even offer some financial assistance. I assume that the person who moves into the home pays?
Yes, absolutely.
And how much do they pay to the person? How do you arrange their fee payment?
So that is something, when we get the 2 parties together, that is obviously discussed. The price in terms of the monthly contribution to household expenses requested by the host is completely up to the host. They set that price.
Well, what do you find in, like, for instance, in Staten Island? This show will air in all 5 boroughs. But in Staten Island, what would a typical furnished room, and is it furnished? And is the room furnished?
Great question. We have both furnished and unfurnished rooms, and that's one of the 31 questions that we ask during the interview. Would the guest prefer a furnished room or an unfurnished room? And would the host prefer a guest who is bringing their belongings, or would prefer a furnished room? The price, you asked about Staten Island. Typically over the past year, the price in Staten Island and some of the outer boroughs has generally gone for around $500 on up.
On up, in Manhattan, it might be even $1,200, would you say, or is there a cap?
Manhattan, over the past year or so, has been a little bit more expensive, as one could possibly imagine, and typically our Manhattan hosts are charging $900 on up. But
Sounds
again,
good.
that changes all the time.
And what if the people are living together and they find that they're not really a good match?
Well, one, I would like to say that first off, that the number of people who are not a good match is very, very small. And why that is our team of social workers really goes in depth and really looks at personality, lifestyle, and characteristics and ensures that it will be a good match. So I could probably count on one hand the amount of
Wow.
matches that don't work out. But in the unlikely event that a match is not working out for whatever reason, if people feel that they're not compatible, we will certainly rematch them. We would do an interview and find out why the match didn't work, what characteristics or what issues came up, and use that information to rematch them in a more suitable match.
So how many people has your agency placed or matched? What do you call it, a match?
Yes, it's a match. We do about 40 matches a year, approximately.
But
So
you would like to do more?
80 individuals, yes, we would always like to do more. So with increased funding, we certainly could. And we've been operating this program since 1981 and have matched thousands upon thousands in these shared living arrangements.
But who knew this was around? Who knew that there was such a service? And this is why I'm so glad you've come on the show to speak to people, because this show, as I said, airs in 5 boroughs. And hopefully a lot of caregivers will be watching, because those, I suppose, are the ones who contact you usually?
Yes, absolutely, and you're right. Opportunities like this to get the word out about our program are so vitally important. As a social service program and a nonprofit organization, we greatly appreciate opportunities like you've provided us today to spread the word about our program, because we want to make sure that everyone who needs this type of service knows about it and knows that it's completely free.
What else can you tell us about the program? What have been some of the challenges you've experienced?
Well, challenges has been getting the word out first and foremost. So that's always a challenge, to make sure that we get the word out as widely as possible. There's also challenges in terms of, but they're good challenges in terms of working with different personalities, different characteristics, different lifestyles, different desires in terms of what people want in their shared living arrangement, and working to best meet those. So it's always a challenge, but it's a good challenge, and a challenge that our social workers really relish.
And where are your offices located?
Our main office is located in downtown Manhattan at 11 Park Place.
Do you have any testimonial stories that you've heard of people that maybe weren't comfortable at first and then called you and said how happy they were?
We do. As I was mentioning before, one of the main draws of our program for a lot of our applicants is companionship. And so we have a lot of people who come to our service who are seeking companionship, who might feel socially isolated or might need a friend. And this service, in addition to providing an affordable place to live and supplementing the income of the host, it really provides companionship and friendship. And over the years, we've seen countless matches where two people from two different walks of life come together and a fabulous friendship results. It's really heartwarming to see.
Oh, how about any romances? Any marriages?
Don't know about any marriages yet, but it certainly is possible, I suppose. We do have one match who has been together for more than 15 years in a long-term friendship.
This is great. So viewers, I wanted to let you know that this service is available for seniors, and certainly if you have friends or neighbors or relatives that need to find someone to live in their home or a home to live in, please contact Jameson's office. By the way, Jameson, is it more the situation that your clients have a place or they're seeking a place?
Well, there's need on both sides, Angela. There's many people who contact us and need supplemental income or need companionship, and therefore are really interested in offering their home to share. And then there's also a tremendous need for people who are looking for a place to live.
So it sounds like it's a good match.
It is a good match.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Jameson.
Thank you
I
so
hope
much
that you
for
get a lot
having
of
me.
calls now, and I hope that we get a lot of seniors placed through the program, and let us know about your success rate, and please come on the show again.
Thank you. I certainly will, Angela. Thank you so much for having me.
It's been good. Bye-bye, everybody.